Hello, beautiful, shining, healthy souls. Welcome to the Reset to a Healthier You program. My name is Jostine, your companion and guide in this 60-day journey. For those who have stumbled upon this video, I invite you to click on the link above or in the description box to learn more about the Reset to a Healthier You program. With that said, let's continue with this week's video. Welcome to the day 29 of our 60-day Reset to Healthier You program. I cannot believe that we are now just about at the halfway mark of our journey. Time really flies by when you're having fun, right? Well, I hope that this has been fun for you so far. When I introduced this program, I told you that this program is not your typical health and wellness program. And if you've been doing this since the beginning, then you'd know what I'm talking about. But let's do a quick recap anyway. So, okay? For week one, we started this journey by focusing on our stillness and breathing. Aside from predisposing and signaling to ourselves that we are about to start a new adventure, inviting you to sit in stillness and pausing to focus on your breath is actually a very essential tool that you could ever have in your holistic wellness journey. It brings us back to the present moment, connect us with our being, and help us be more attuned not only with our body, mind, and spirit, but with our environment and with all life as well. In the 3 weeks that followed, instead of focusing on the usual activities that needs to be done to reset, like which means like the doing part, we focused more on our beingness. In week two, you were invited to connect with your ideal, healthier self. And then in week three, you were invited to disidentify with your old self, the person you think you are, and that which subconsciously governs how you are showing up in your life. And in week four, you were invited to hold the space for both your old self and your becoming, which is your healthier self. Now, you might be wondering why. Why focus on the beingness for 3 weeks? Why not go straight to doing the things that would help us have a healthier lifestyle? Why not just straight up tell us what we need to do to become healthier? So some of you may even feel that this journey has been pointless so far because there is no noticeable shift in how you have been showing up. You're still not getting enough sleep. You're still indulging in eating those sweets. You're still skipping that exercise that you've been meaning to do. The thing is, if we really want to create lasting change in our lives, we have to start with shifting our identity. But we cannot shift into our new identity if we're still subconsciously holding on to our old identity. That's why we have to first consciously disidentify with our old identity and start assuming our new identity. Now, this will not happen overnight. It is a process of consciously allowing our old patterns as they arise and repeatedly choosing the new mindset and behaviors of our becoming. As we acknowledge and celebrate our becoming, we are gathering proofs for our brain to believe that, well, for our minds to believe that we are shifting into our new identity, that we are shifting into, which is our healthier self. Now, again, this will not happen instantly, it will take time. What we experienced last week is just a glimpse of what you will have to go through for the rest of our journey and after this 60-day program. I said it before, I'll say it again. The approach is simple, steady, and slow. It will take time before you see actual measurable results. But what's not readily seen and observed is what you're building within. may not feel like it, but trust me, this will all compound over time. You won't ever need to rely on motivation or willpower because you have already built an internal system of being in alignment and in congruence with your healthier self. Still with me? Awesome. Okay, so before we move on, I would like to invite you to pause for a minute and just do a slow breathing exercise with me. Okay, so if it is possible for you to do so, I would like to invite you to sit comfortably with your back supported, shoulders relaxed, both feet on the ground, one hand on your upper chest and the other hand just below your ribcage. Now we will breathe with our diaphragm and not our lungs, okay? So when we inhale, you should feel your stomach expanding. And when we exhale, we engage our stomach drawing in towards your spine, okay? So we're going to inhale for 4 counts, hold our breath for 4 counts, exhale for 4 counts, and then rest for 4 counts. So that is one set. We will do 3 sets of inhale, hold, exhale, and rest. Okay? So let's start. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Rest, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Rest, 2, 3, 4. And last inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Rest, 2, 3, 4. Awesome. Okay, so with that, let's continue with our focus theme for this week, which is rest and recovery. For the second half of our journey, we'll now be focusing on the more practical aspects of creating a healthier lifestyle. In other words, what do we need to do so we are showing up as our healthier self? Now, the first thing that came to mind is rest and recovery. Rest and recovery are keys to maintaining good health. Take it this way. If our cell phones need to be recharged, then wouldn't it make sense that we also need to recharge? To rest our bodies and mind and to give ourselves the time and space to recover our health and well-being. Now, it's very interesting to note, however, that prioritizing rest and recovery is not commonly practiced. Long work hours, attending to different roles and responsibilities, and of course, getting hooked to the addictive lure of social media, round the clock entertainment, and mainstream media, to name a few. As much as the digital age gave us amazing technologies that make our lives easier, it also perpetuates a culture of being on and connected 24/7. Having said that, there is a noticeable shift happening in that people are now actively championing self care, mental and emotional well being, and even rethinking what a culture of productivity looks like. Hint, it's not about working long hours and grinding nonstop. Now, you might be wondering, is there a difference between rest and recovery? In my research, I've come upon different meaning for rest and recovery in relation to health and wellness. So for the purpose of this program, we'll use the following. Rest refers to restful awareness, which is a stillness and relaxation of the body combined with awareness and peace of mind. Now, this means that you could be lying on down on your bed or sitting down on your chairs, being still. But if your mind is filled with worry and you're stressing about something like work, then you're not really resting. Okay, so resting is both resting the body and resting the mind. Now, recovery refers to the techniques and actions that we take to recover our well being. This means asking the questions: what can I do for my physical health, my emotional health, my mental health, my spiritual health, my social health, my intellectual health? How can I improve my environment so that it supports my optimal health? Now, now that we have defined rest and recovery for the purpose of this program, let's talk about where we will start. So, for week 5, we will be focusing on improving the quality of our sleep. Sleep is essential for our survival, and getting enough quality sleep is important if we want to flourish and thrive for our optimal health. Sleep is said to be the most potent recovery tool known to science. Now, when we sleep, our body is able to repair the damages done during the day. Our brain's metabolic waste removal system also kicks in, and this results to our brain being restored and waking up refreshed and with a clear mind. Sleep is also crucial in maintaining and strengthening our long-term memories. And there are also a multitude of metabolic functions that gets triggered when we go to sleep. When we don't get enough quality sleep, our overall health suffers. Our body's immune system weakens, making us more susceptible to sickness and disease. We're not able to show up as our best selves because we get irritable and focused and drained. There are a lot of things to talk about the science of sleep, but it's already outside the scope of this program. So, for this program, we will just be focusing on improving the quality of our sleep. This means having more restorative sleep wherein we are able to go into deep sleep for our body's growth and healing, and into REM sleep for our emotion regulation and memory. Excuse me. So REM is when we dream, okay? So technically speaking, our body manages the quality of our sleep, but we can do something to help support our body so that it will go into a more restorative sleep by the activities that we engage in during the day. So, what can we do for a better and more restorative sleep? Here are some activities that you can start incorporating into your daily life. So, first is create a pre sleep routine to signal to your brain and body that it's time to slow down and get ready to end the day. So, for me, my pre sleep routine is so I brush my teeth, so 30 minutes before going to bed. So, I brush my teeth and then drink water, go to the bathroom to pee, and then I go inside my bedroom and then I spend time in stillness and silence, and then I go to sleep. Okay? So it will be different for you, for each of us, of course, and it will also depend on like what your current lifestyle is, if you are like sleeping with someone or like your schedule. So um, create something that would work best for you, of course. um, and then as much as possible, number 2, have a regular sleep schedule. Go to bed at the same time every day and wake up at the same time every day, whether you're working or not. So again, this will be um, difficult to implement if we do not have like a regular schedule in our days. Like for example, if your work is you have a shifting schedule, or maybe you're a mom and you just have like a newborn child. Of course, you follow the schedule of the baby, right? So again, this will depend. Okay, and then but as much as possible, it's good to go to bed at the same time every day and wake up at the same time every day, because it helps with our circadian rhythm. So to be honest with you, um, I have stopped using an alarm clock for maybe a year now, more than a year, I'm not sure. But anyway, I don't use alarm clocks anymore because like my body just knows when to wake up. So that is one benefit of having like a regular schedule, sleeping schedule. And then number three, end your day with gratitude. Okay, so again, um, for some people, even though they are getting enough sleep, so meaning like the usual 7 to 9 hours for adults, as they say, um, when they wake up in the morning, they are still feeling tired and exhausted, like they didn't get that sleep. It could be because they weren't really able to have a good rest, a good sleep, a good restorative sleep. Maybe because they are stressing about something, or which means that their brains are like overactive, and they are like worrying about, like the subconscious mind is still worrying about whatever they are worried about in their waking moments, in their waking time. So it also affects our body. So if we end our day with gratitude, then of course we are like filling our brains with um, more joy and more peace, right? So yeah, end your day with gratitude. And then number four, electronics. Sorry, no electronics in the bedroom. So as much as possible, no cell phones, no TV, no laptop. Yeah, no radio, no electronics. um, But if you are using your cell phone as your alarm clock, be sure to turn off the Wi-Fi, put it on sleep mode, place it with the screen facing down, and put it somewhere not beside your bed so that you are lessening the temptation of you reaching for your cell phone when you're already lying down on your bed. Okay? And then it's also a good way for you to really get up in the morning, because you really have to get up to turn off the alarm, right? So yeah. And then next, number five, if possible, let your bedroom be dedicated only to sleep and sex if you have a partner. So if your bedroom also serves as your working space at home, then at least don't work on your bed. So let your bed be your sacred space for just sleeping. Okay, not for work. Because our brain will associate, if we start working on our bed, so our brain will associate it with work as well. And so our brain is still like getting more active, and yeah. But if we just dedicate the bed for sleeping, then we are signaling to our brain that okay, it's time to rest, to slow down, get ready for bed. Okay. Next, avoid eating 3 hours before your bedtime, just so like our digestive system is able to do its work. And it also prevents like heartburn and what else. It's just easier for our body to sleep easily. And then avoid exercising 3 hours before your bedtime. So yeah, so that we are not like overly active before bedtime. Okay. And then avoid caffeine in the afternoon. And lastly, listen to your body. Like our body is intelligent. It knows, like, it will tell us if we are tired. So if you're feeling tired, if you're like you feel like your eyes are like shutting down already, your brain is already lagging. So maybe it's time for bed already. Okay? So listen to your body. Okay. So now for the journey walkthrough. So we always start again our days with setting an intention on how we want to show up in our lives. So this week, the intention is today I am supporting my body to getting more restorative sleep. Again, today I am supporting my body to getting more restorative sleep. And then commit to assume your healthier self by doing your one small inspired action step. You may choose to do one of the examples I shared before, or you may also think of other ways to help you in creating a more conducive environment for restorative sleep. Okay, so very important reminders. Number one, remember to do this with your observer's hat. Again, we will need to leave our judgments behind. Okay, this is about raising our awareness of ourselves, interrupting our patterns, and consciously focusing on doing the activities that will support our becoming. Okay, so if and when a particular limiting belief, thought, feeling, or like action comes up, okay, notice it and then allow it to be as it is. Okay, so again, it is a temporary experience. It would come and go if we don't hold on to it. Okay, and then remember to start where you are. What is that 1% change that you can start implementing in your life? Consider your unique situation. Again, that's why I didn't that's why we're not focusing on how long we need to sleep or what time we need to go to bed, because our situations are different. But what's easier to control again is like what can we do to support ourselves to have more quality restorative sleep. So consider where you are now and your unique situation. Now, it doesn't mean that we are making an excuse or finding a reason why we cannot have a more quality sleep. Okay, so it just means that we are getting more creative in exploring what we could implement that would fit our current lifestyle so that we can now start shifting into our healthier self. Okay, and then lastly, remember that this is an exploration and experiment stage. So this will take trial and error before you find what would work best for you. Give yourself enough time to try something out. So like what we're doing now, right? So every week we're focusing on something. So give yourself this week to try that one small inspired action step and then observe what comes up. See if it resonates with you and if it will work given your situation. If not, ask yourself if you can adjust something or if you need to find a different way. So come from a space of curiosity and playfulness. Okay, let this be an enjoyable journey for you. Okay, and then lastly, I would like to also invite you. So last week, you already started doing that one small inspired action step. So I would like to invite you to still continue doing that this week, plus the action step for this week to support your quality sleep. Okay, so there we go. Now, for those who signed up to formally join the program, okay, so again, I'd like to invite you to complete the accountability check-in form, and then also um, I would like to ask for your feedback on like what is your journey so far with the program? How are you finding it? How we can improve? Okay, and then yeah, that's it for me today. So thank you so much for showing up. And I am super excited for what will unfold for you as you continue on this 60-day journey. So we're already on the halfway mark. Thank you for sticking it with me. And I hope that you will continue to um, complete this program and see what will unfold for you as well. So I'll see you again next week for the next part of our journey. Until then, keep shining and enjoy resetting to a healthier you. Peace, love, and light.